Hey everyone, welcome back to the Incredible India podcast series. Today, we're thrilled to be your guides. I'm Sam.
And I'm Taylor.
And we're embarking on another deep dive into the fascinating world around us. Today, we're heading to a place that, well, it literally smells amazing. Kannauj, India's ancient perfume capital. Our mission is to unpack the secrets of a thousand-year-old perfumery tradition. We're drawing from some incredible insights provided by Five Senses tours. Think of this as your shortcut, to truly understanding this unique cultural legacy and, crucially, why it still resonates so powerfully today.
That's right. Kannauj isn't just like a dot on the map. It's really a living, breathing museum of perfumery. People often call it India's grass, but honestly, it has its own distinct identity. It mainly focuses on attars.
Attars, right.
And what really sets them apart from, modern perfumes and the alcohol-based ones you find everywhere, it's their absolute purity. They're entirely botanical and completely alcohol-free.
Wow.
It's a pretty remarkable distinction. It speaks volumes about this ancient commitment to natural essences.
That distinction is so crucial. It makes attars truly unique. It really makes you wonder, though, how did this incredibly rich tradition in Kannauj even begin? What are the historical roots? How did it become the perfume capital?
Well, it's an incredibly deep history. You have to trace it way back to the 7th century. We're talking about the reign of Emperor Harshavardhana. There are historical accounts, like the Harshacharita, written by his court poet Banapada, and they vividly describe this sophisticated culture of scent that was already flourishing back then in his court. So it's clear perfume wasn't just like a luxury item. It was deeply embedded in daily life, spirituality, social stuff.
Right, part of the fabric of society.
Exactly.
And it wasn't just chance that Kannauj specifically blossomed into this, well, aromatic hub.
No, not at all. Its location was key, right on those ancient trade routes.
Okay.
But combine that with its incredibly fertile soil, the alluvial soil there,
Yeah.
and you had the perfect conditions for growing fragrant plants.
Yeah.
Acres of roses, jasmine, vetiver.
Everything you need.
Basically, yeah. Everything you need for world-class perfumery. It was almost, you could say, destined for it.
Destined. I like that.
But the industry truly reached its peak, its zenith, under the patronage of the Mughal emperors. Their refined tastes, their love for luxury, they really elevated attar making into an unparalleled art form.
How so?
Well, take the Inayathdari, for instance. It's this remarkable 16th century administrative document from Emperor Akbar's court. It actually details the establishment of a dedicated attar-making center right there in Kannauj.
No way. A dedicated sender.
Yep. Akbar was apparently so into these scents that he set up a special department, the Kuzbukhana,
The Kuzbukhana.
just to oversee the production and supply of attar for the royal court. Imagine that, a whole governmental department just for perfumes.
That's incredible dedication to fragrance. It really shows how vital scent was to their culture.
And wasn't there a fascinating story about how rose oil was first discovered? Or maybe refined? There is, yes. It's truly legendary.
Really?
It involves Mughal Empress Nur Jahan. She was known for her beauty, her taste, quite discerning, and she's credited with discovering the process of extracting pure rose oil, what they call rugulab.
Rugulab, soul of the rose.
Exactly. The story goes she noticed this oily film floating on the surface of her rose petal bath. And it wasn't just, oh, look at that. It sparked something. It led to pioneering techniques that became central to Indian fragrance traditions and eventually influenced global ones, too.
Wow.
It really speaks to the keen observation, the ingenuity involved.
It's amazing how this knowledge has been preserved through centuries. You'd think such ancient traditions might fade, especially with so much unwritten. How have these attar makers, these silent custodians, as you called them, managed to keep it alive just through word of mouth?
It really is a testament to their dedication and the family-centric nature of the craft. Think about it. Empires rose and fell, things changed drastically. But through it all, the perfumers of Kannauj remain these quiet guardians. Their knowledge isn't in textbooks, it's a cherished family secret, passed down orally, father to son, often from a really young age. It's a living history.
Yeah.
It's in their hands, their sense of smell, their intuition about the whole process.
That's incredible.
And if you visit Kannauj today, you can actually see these very families, these custodians, still doing it, still using the techniques we're about to discuss.
That's truly remarkable. Knowing these families are still using methods passed down for generations, it makes this next part even more special. So, okay, let's delve into the legendary Degbapka method, the heart of this ancient alchemy. For someone who's never seen this, can you walk us through maybe that initial moment? What does distillation look like there? How different is it?
Absolutely. The Dagbabka method is, well, it's slow, it's labor-intensive, it's entirely organic,
Yeah.
and it predates the famous perfumeries in Grasse, France.
Predates grass.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's pure precision art. The process kicks off at dawn. It's like a race against time. Fresh flowers, damask rose, bella jasmine, are plucked right from the fields. And they have to be processed immediately to capture that peak potency, that fragrance.
Freshness is key.
Totally. These flowers, along with pure water, are then carefully placed into this massive copper still. It's called the dig.
A dig.
And the copper is crucial, it's non-reactive, interacts minimally with the delicate essential oils, preserving their true scent.
So the copper itself is part of the art, preserving purity. Fascinating. And then comes the sealing and heating. This is where the master distiller's skill really comes in, right?
Precisely. Once the dig is loaded, it's sealed shut. They use this unique mix of clay and cotton and make sure not a single bit of that precious vapor escapes.
Airtight.
Exactly. The sealed pot then goes on to a traditional furnace, a body. A slow, controlled fire is lit underneath usually wood or cow dung cakes. And here's where the real magic happens, the temperature. It's regulated with astonishing precision, not with a digital thermostat. It's all done by the watchful eye and the experienced hand of the Dihu, the master distiller.
Just by feel and sight.
Yeah, they know exactly how the fire needs to be. The heat gently warms everything, causing those fragrant compounds to vaporize.
That's incredible. It's pure intuitive art, generations of skill, paints such a vivid picture. And then this fragrant steam travels through, it's a bamboo pipe?
Yes, exactly. It travels through a long bamboo pipe called a chonga. This acts as a condenser. The chonga connects the DQ to a second copper vessel, the babka. That's the receiver.
The babka. Okay.
A babka sits submerged in a large cooling tank. The gachi. This tank is constantly being refilled with fresh water to keep it cool.
Makes sense.
So as that hot, fragrant steam travels through the chonga and hits the cool babka, it condenses back into liquid. You get a mixture of aromatic water and the essential oil.
And this isn't just a one-step process, right? I heard the oil gets refined further.
Exactly right. The journey isn't over yet. That liquid from the babka is poured out. The water is carefully separated from the precious oil. That aromatic water might become rose water or something similar.
Okay.
But the precious oil, that gets reintroduced into a fresh batch of flowers, and the whole distillation process repeats.
Ah, so it gets more concentrated.
Precisely. It's a multi-stage process. The final attar might be from one distillation, or it could be redistilled multiple times over several days. Each round adds incredible layers of complexity and concentration to the scent.
And then the aging in leather.
Yes. Finally, this super concentrated oil is stored in very special bottles. They're made from porous camel hide leather called kupis.
Kupis, camel hide, why leather?
This is a real hallmark of Kannauj. The porous leather lets any tiny bit of remaining moisture evaporate very slowly over time. What's left behind is just the pure, rich, intensely fragrant attar. This natural aging process gives Kannauj attars their deep, mature character and that incredible longevity. They can last for decades.
Decades. You described it as a beautiful dance, and it certainly sounds like one. Fire, water, flora. But in today's world, driven by speed and efficiency, what are the practical challenges for a process needing so much patience? And conversely, what can this teach us? Especially with the growing demand for sustainable, authentic products.
That's a really excellent question. The biggest challenge is, indeed, the time and the sheer labor involved. It naturally makes these attars premium products. It's very difficult to scale this up significantly without sacrificing that artisanal quality.
Right.
But actually, because of that, the Dagbabka method isn't just some historical relic. It's a powerful blueprint for genuinely sustainable and ethical production. In an age of synthetic overload, mass manufacturing, Kannauj offers this strong counter-narrative. It's proof that true quality, purity, and even environmental harmony can come from these time-honored practices.
Yeah.
This isn't just about perfume. It's a whole philosophy of production. And it's incredibly relevant today. It appeals to that growing market looking for transparency, natural purity, authenticity.
That really does put it in a new light. Not just distilling a scent, but an organic alchemy, a testament to human ingenuity and patience, so far removed from mass production. Okay, now let's talk about the symphony of scents themselves. Kannauj perfumers capture this astonishing variety way beyond just typical florals.
Indeed they do. And each attar tells its own story, often deeply connected to the land itself. Maybe the most famous, certainly the most unique, is midi attar.
Attar, earth.
Exactly. This fragrance captures petrichor, that distinct earthy smell of the first rain hitting dry soil.
How do they even do that?
Get this. They hydro-distill baked clay.
Baked clay. Seriously?
Seriously, it's a marvel of ingenuity, and it reflects that deep cultural, almost spiritual connection to the land.
Wow. Okay, what else?
Then there's rue gulab. We mentioned it, the soul of the rose. Pure, unadulterated oil from the damask rose, known for its rich, sweet, deep floral notes. A timeless classic, deeply revered in Indian culture.
I can almost smell the earthiness of that midi attar just hearing you describe it. Amazing. What other unique creations come from Kannauj?
Well, you also have rue kuz. That's extracted from vetiver grass roots.
Yeah.
It's cooling, earthy, woody, very popular during the hot Indian summers. Give that grounding feeling.
Cooling. Makes sense.
And then there's shama attar. This one is really complex, often quite intoxicating. It's a blend of numerous herbs, spices, flowers.
A secret recipe type thing?
Very much so. Creating a shama is usually a highly guarded secret. It can involve dozens of ingredients, multiple distillations. It really showcases a perfumer's ultimate skill, their unique signature.
So it's like their masterpiece, their secret blend passed down. That's fascinating. What about the more familiar florals? Do they do jasmine?
Oh, absolutely. Kannauj makes some of the finest jasmine attars. Bella and Mogra, they're intensely floral, really rich. They capture that heady scent of night-blooming jasmine perfectly, often used in religious ceremonies, personal adornment. And even marigolds genda, with their distinctively sharp, sort of spicy aroma, get turned into beautiful attars, used for their bright, uplifting quality. And finally, henna attar, another complex one, from henna flowers, often has warm, spicy, woody undertones associated with festivals, celebrations.
Listening to the sheer variety, the unique origins, miti, shamama, it's clear each scent is a journey. But beyond the individual aromas, what's the bigger picture? What larger story do these fragrances tell about Kannauj's culture and landscape? What does this all mean for us?
I think it means that each of these attars isn't just a scent you wear, it's like liquid memory. It's a cultural reflection of the landscape, the traditions that have shaped it for centuries.
Liquid memory, I like that.
They offer this tangible connection to India's rich past, a sensory experience that, frankly, synthetic fragrances just can't replicate. They're personal. You wear them on your pulse points, they unfold gently through the day, connecting you to this profound history.
So for the discerning traveler, someone seeking something truly authentic, unforgettable, Kannauj sounds like a window into a world few get to see, a real hidden gem.
It absolutely is. A visit there. You can witness the ancient Dagbabka process firsthand. You can actually talk to the master craftsmen, the people who've dedicated their whole lives to this art, see their skill, their passion.
That interaction must be amazing.
It really is. And the city itself, the narrow, incredibly fragrant streets, the bustling markets, the historical sites, it's a stunning backdrop. It's as much about cultural immersion as it is about scent.
The rose fields.
Oh, imagine walking through the rose fields at dawn. The sight, the smell, it's genuinely magical. And of course, you get to sample and buy a huge range of these unique attars. Each bottle becomes a fragrant, liquid memory of your trip.
In a world so dominated by mass production, synthetic everything, Kannauj really stands out. A beacon of tradition, sustainability, authenticity. A visit sounds like much more than just a trip. It's a sensory, cultural deep dive that leaves a lasting mark. A fragrant souvenir you'll cherish.
Exactly. And the value for you, our listener, in just understanding this tradition, it's immense. It gives you a deeper appreciation for real craftsmanship, for natural processes, for cultural heritage itself. It's like a fragrant souvenir for your mind, lasts beyond any physical journey.
And if your travels do take you to India and you feel inspired to experience this kind of heritage firsthand, we do have a recommendation. If you decide to travel to Ujjain, Five Senses Tours organizes tours across India which are immersive cultural experiences. You can email contact@fivesenstours.com, that's the number 5, SENHUOURS.com, or you can WhatsApp them at +919 845 677 446.
And maybe just a final thought to leave you with, consider how our sense of smell, which we often overlook, right? How it can be this powerful gateway, not just to our own personal memories, but maybe to the collective history, the very soul of a place. What other ancient traditions, like Kannauj's perfumery, are out there quietly preserving the essence of cultures in ways we rarely even stop to appreciate?
That's a beautiful thought to end on. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We really hope this exploration of Kannauj has filled your imagination with some incredible new scents and stories.